When you're editing, you'll inevitably come across video that was badly shot for one reason or another. Video issues can include shaky shots, poorly framed shots, over or underexposed shots, and shots with color balance problems, to name a few. The good news is that most of the current nonlinear editing systems all have tools that can help you fix these problems. And if you shot the footage yourself, spending valuable editing time fixing shooting errors is a great way to learn not to repeat those mistakes on your next shoot. If you're not using a tripod, and we generally recommend that you don't use them other than for interviews, you can easily end up with some shaky video. Final Cut Pro, Premiere Pro CC, and even iMovie all have a shot stabilization feature. If we look at this clip here, we can see a slight shake. The image stabilization feature in the editing software analyzes the video pixels to determine the direction of camera movement and makes whatever adjustment it needs to correct it. These automatic adjustments can include zooming in on a shot, blurring the image slightly, and smoothing the pixels from frame to frame. Let's take a look at how the stabilization effect worked on this clip. Here's the shot without stabilization, and here it is with it. Much better. Let's take a look at a more extreme shake to see how that works. Here's the shot without stabilization, and here it is with it. This correction wasn't as successful. You can see that it looks like it has a shimmering kind of movement that's distracting. But if a shot isn't too shaky, you'll usually get great results with this feature. Getting familiar with your editing system's color correction features will serve you well when you have under or overexposed shots. Here's an underexposed shot, and if we go into the color correction tool, we can raise the whites and midtones, and then bring the blacks down a bit, and it looks pretty good. If we turn the correction off for this shot and then back on again, you can see how much the exposure has been improved. White balance, or color balance, is the color temperature of a shot. In this shot of Michael, you can see that there's a distinct yellowish-brown color cast. Let's add a balance color correction, and the yellow cast is gone, but now the exposure still needs a little work, so we'll tweak that a bit too. If I turn the correction off and on again, you can see what a big difference it made. Poor framing of a shot can be fixed using the transform tool to zoom in and crop out a section of your image. In this shot of Michael, it looks like a camera case was accidentally left on the corner of the table here. If I use the transform tool to zoom in and then move the shot slightly, the camera bag is now out of the shot and the framing is much better. When you're zooming in and cropping an image, you want to be sure that your subject's head isn't cut off at the top, and if you're correcting a full body shot, you never want to crop at a body joint, say for example at the knees. You'll want to crop either above or below a body joint. It's rare that a video shoot goes perfectly, and it's good to know that most video issues can be corrected in your edit, but nothing is a substitute for great footage shot the first time with your camera.